Once the prophet, peace and blessing upon him, stood over one of the high buildings of Medina, and then said to the people, "Do you see what I see?" They said, "No." He said, "I see afflictions falling among your houses as raindrops fall."
A Problem Solvers hidden camera investigation made a shocking discovery at local malls. A popular store is selling sex toys and even pornography to kids.
Inside any Spencer store is an eye-shrieking onslaught of tasteless gag trash and holiday party items. But beyond the drinking games, the finger lights, and other drug-inspired paraphernalia, the Problem Solvers hidden cameras found an even seedier side of Spencer's. Next to the genital-shaped cake pans and toys, you'll also find a wide array of vibrators, handcuffs and whips, and graphic sex manuals. It's a teen magnet.
It's like the cool hangout place.
Lindsay's not her real name, but it's what we're going to call her because she's only 13.
Did you think it was wrong or? Yeah, I was really nervous.
Lindsay says for a joke, she and a friend bought a sex aid at the Tacoma Mall Spencer's. She says the clerk never questioned her, a 13-year-old.
Did the store clerk ask you how old you were? No.
But when Lindsay's mom found out,
almost had a heart attack.
Malls are popular teen and preteen hangouts.
I thought she was safe.
But Angela Mendoza found that in addition to the Smurf backpacks and SpongeBob cartoon hats in the front of all Spencer's, there's also the blow-up sex dolls and candy nipple tassels.
They have sex toys in there, they have nude photos, they have sex games, stimulants, all kinds of stuff.
And no apparent age limit.
I'm just appalled that they would sell these things to minors.
With Mendoza's approval, the Como 4 Problem Solvers went undercover with Lindsay to see if other Spencers would also sell sex items to kids. Our hidden cameras videotaped a clerk ringing up a graphic sex manual for Lindsay at a Puyallup Spencer's. In Tukwila, again, no one questioned her purchase of adult erotica. This is just one of the items our 13-year-old bought at Spencer's. It's full of photographs of men and women having sex. So graphic, I can't show you a single page. Well, I can show you the index.
I'm angry. I'm really angry.
3 stores, 3 different malls, all willing to sell sex toys and pornography to kids.
The worldwide sex toy industry is estimated at $15 billion annually. 3.35 million people in the USA search for the keyword sex toys in Google each month. Alaska buys the most sex toys per capita. China is the world's largest exporter of sex toys. 70% of global production. 44% of women between the ages of 18 and 60 have used a sex toy. In the first season of popular series, Sex and the City, Charlotte developed an erotic obsession with her rabbit pearl vibrator. After the airing of these episodes, online sales of the rabbit pearl skyrocketed. China has the potential to be one of the biggest buyers of sex products in the world, along with the USA and Japan. China has the largest adult toy OEM producers in the world, and its total production accounts for 80% of the world's output. 10,000 Chinese companies were involved in the sex product industry. According to the China Sex Health Committees, The annual sale volume of sex products in China exceeded 100 billion yuan, which is equal to USA $12 billion. In 2003, a figure still rising by 30% annually. Viagra, the well-known blue pill designed to help with erectile dysfunction, made $411 million in profits within the first 3 months of its release in 1998 before going on to it makes $1.8 billion in 2003. Most sex toys are sold on the internet. Number of vibrators sold in 1993, which was the first year, 500 vibrators being sold. But in 2010 94,000 vibrators were sold. UK consumers spend some GBP 315 million on sex products each year, according to retailer Lovehoney. Sales of sexual potions and medicines amounted for 50 to 60 billion yuan, which is equal to USA $7.2 billion a year. Sales of sex toys and vibrators have also been rising since 2000. By the year 2004 over and over. The explanation for Apple users' apparent sex addiction put forward by Lovehoney director Richard Longhurst. He says, Apple users might spend more than Windows users because they are sexually more confident and are more adventurous in the bedroom. Germany's Green Party demanded that their government launch an investigation into high levels of dangerous chemicals found in sex toys. Phthalates, which are a family of chemical rubber softeners used in many sex toys. In further studies, they were found in high doses to cause cancer in rats, and even in lower doses. The rats had some serious problems such as genital development and fetal development, which produces stillborn rats. The FDA and Greenpeace have statement that these chemicals present a possible health risk to the human population. Governor Schwarzenegger passed a toxic toy ban to keep phthalates out of children's toys. Studies on rodents have revealed that when exposed to very large doses, phthalates can cause damage to the liver, lungs, kidneys, testes and can cause hormonal disruption. The latest research indicates that exposure to these substances can upset the body's ability to regulate hormone production, damage reproduction, and cause liver and kidney defects. They can also possibly cause cancer. These sex toys addiction is not an accident. It's well-crafted map for your consciousness. Let's have a look on children's toys.
It's the Little Smart Alphabet Desk by VTech. And this is the Leapfrog Leap Smart Learning Table. This is the problem right here, this little door. When it's on this page, it sounds like this. When it's on this page, it does this.
Close. Hello. Bye-bye.
But the problem is this part just pulls right off. This part just comes off so easily. And there's a little tiny button here that actuates the voice to go. If it's on this page, listen to what it says. This is brand new. You can buy this right now at Toys R Us, Amazon.com, or almost any store in the country. It's Disney's Talkin' Bobbin' characters from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Pluto's little paw, how he's holding it. Do you see this? Here's Pluto, here's his paw, and you see there's a leg here that's hinged. Dogs, when they sit down like Pluto is, they hold their paw like this. They want your attention, like, oh, I want a treat, and they hold their paw up like this, right? Everybody knows that. If you look, Pluto is holding his paw the way a dog would hold his paw. He's holding his paw up with his elbow bent. Very clear. I'm making sure that you could all see this here of what's going on.
Do you know what Pluto's favorite toy is? That's right. You helped me find Pluto's dog bone. Do you know where it is?
There's his bone.
That's right.
It's the Dora the Explorer Aqua Pet. Doesn't this look like it might be a prop from the next Borat movie rather than a toy for your youngster? This is a real toy. And what does this little D stand for right in the center? I hope it stands for Dora. Have an adventure with your Dora the Explorer interactive friend. So what kind of adventures do you think Dora will be exploring with this toy? Say on that belt buckle, it says, enter. Why on earth does it say enter on that girl's belt buckle? I mean, really. What are they entering? Why are they entering it? What do you think the word enter on that belt buckle means? And do you think it's inappropriate to put enter on a girl's belt buckle? There's the Briar's Classic horse right next to the Bratz horse. Do you think that Bratz intended for these horses to have what looks like human boobs on the front of them? Here's the Bratz horse again. Do you think that they actually intended to sculpt boobs on the front of this horse? A vibrating toy. That's the toy. Pregnant Barbie doll. That's right, it was part of a line called Happy Family. And if you look, she has a very miniature little wedding ring. They really wanted to make certain that you knew that this doll was married and not an unwed teen. There's the pregnant belly right there. It's held on by magnets, little super magnets. Here it is. I'm delivering the baby. There's the baby. Oh my goodness. There's the baby. There are the magnets. I guess in the Barbie world, all babies are born with copyright 2002 Mattel Indonesia on them. I mean, really. It's the Spider-Man Super Bow and Arrow game. It's not really a game, it's just a bow and arrow. Look at Spider-Man. There's Spider-Man's head. His chest looks rather like, boobs. But it gets more interesting the further down you go. Look where the arrow gets inserted. In his crotch and protrudes out his, ass. I mean, really? Who thought this was a good idea? Poor Spider-Man doesn't know if he's coming or going, I guess. Fly the fun convulsing projectile. High speed, amused, funny. Take the pleasure to in earnest aim him carefully. Embed in humor in the child's head. Here's Batman flying through the air. I think this really needs a probing, in-depth review, don't you think? You have to fill him with water, so you have to remove his butt plug. Now you have to repeatedly pull his trigger. No, I won't do that, I swear. Now the Popeye one, just the same freaking way. They made Dumbo the same exact way. Donald Duck's official water pistol. There's Donald's trigger, and there's his water fill hole. Barbie doll that actually grew boobs. Dolls is part of the Barbie My Scene line. They actually use a different mechanism than the growing up Skipper. You turn her arm around, her boobs grow. In the My Scene Barbie, there's a wing nut in the center of her back. You turn this, and she actually gets an inch taller like Skipper did, and she actually grows boobs. I mean, really. It's the Shapeshifter's Punisher. And he opens easily to reveal his secret crime-fighting equipment with these darts. You gotta make sure that you push him in far enough so his gun gets cocked. Move this sleeve around. I don't want to do it right now, but whoops. Lots of cartoon character switch plates. I wonder if anyone inadvertently did the same effect with a licensed switch plate cover.